everyone, it's me, Chris. Welcome back to my parlour, and today I'm here with a charmed reading. So I'm going to use my new charms. I've taken out a few. I didn't put the gun in, so that's gone, and I took out the axe and the dagger. I didn't think that was really appropriate for my style of reading, so my charm bag, so I took those out, and I have the whole set here of my new charms, and if you want to see which charms they are, I do have a video on that. So these are my new charms. I haven't put them into my bag yet, so I thought I would do that, and it's been protected with a aquamarine. Isn't that a gorgeous little stone? Aquamarine is for communication, is for using your voice and your throat chakra to keep it open and accessible, to clear the communication, to speak your words, and to be understood. So that's why I'm using aquamarine in these little charms at the moment. So you have a choice of 1, 2 or 3. So I'm going to be doing 3 readings today, and then returning the charms, cleansing them and reusing them again for each run. So there's usually only 1 per charm in here, so I wanted to be able to use them for everyone. So yeah, so 1, 2 or 3. And on my charm board you can see friendship, love, self, family, work, finances, home and travel. And through here is the unknown, or destiny, or what is possible but hasn't come into being yet. That sort of thing comes through here as well. So I cast my charms and they fall on one of these areas, and then I interpret the meaning of the charm that is on there. And so I have 1, 2 or 3. You can decide which one you want. Any combination, it's up to you. There's no right or wrong way to choose a reading. So let's pour a cup of tea to get the energy flowing and to bring in some of that mystical energy out there for this reading. So 1, 2 or 3. I'll give you a few moments to decide which one belongs to you. Number 1, if you chose number 1, the little green, such a beautiful colour, isn't it? The green of the heart chakra. Also too, maybe while you're there and while you're watching this video and having your charms read, how about asking a question and receiving an answer with the cards? So before you start, think of a question. I will give you an answer and then cast your charms. How about that? So think of a question. Well, I'll shuffle the cards for you and you'll receive an answer as well. So number 1, what is your question? Remembering to keep it as clear as you can, but also answerable. You don't want to be unfair to anyone in the universe. So your question will be answered. Number 1, think about it, and here's your answer. It's saying let it go. Does that make sense for you today? Let it go. But we'll see what the charms have to say, shall we? And then work it out from there. Give them a good shuffle. Cleanse them as well. Number 1, please. Let's have a look. The owl is turned over. The pack of cards is turned over. Have a spider and family. The wings, a little church, a little castle, The owl's turned over. You have travel. In between home and travel, you have a pack of cards, a little deck of cards, which was turned over as well. And the owl is in the centre. Love, you have the little French poodle. And you have the spider and family. And you have let it go for your answer. Between home and travel, it's more towards travel than natural to home, but it was turned over. So it's like playing your cards right, but not knowing what the other hand is playing. So playing your cards and keeping your cards close to your chest, but also not quite knowing what the other player has in their hand. So travel seems to be not so much a risk, but an unknown quantity at the moment. And you have all your cards and decks and everything in the row. You know what is happening. You know what you have, but you don't know what's in store for you between home and travel. So it's interesting here because I'm not too sure how to interpret this one for you. It's like playing your cards right, though, knowing what you're prepared to. There's something to do with travel and home, but you don't quite know the risk that you're going to be taking, because traveling outside of your comfort zone, which is your home is where you belong, where you feel safe, where you feel secure, and to move outside of that, to travel outside of your home. So this is like travelling outside of your comfort zone, I would say, and playing your cards right, knowing what you have and what you can play, but not quite knowing what's in store for you, what the other players are within this situation and what they have. So it's taking a gamble on something, because cards can be a gamble. We don't always have to play for money, but we're always playing for something. We're always playing to win when we play a card game. And it's a bit of a chance, and it's a bit of a risk to play what you have, or do you throw the whole set in and pick up new ones? So this is like saying to me, you're going to be stepping outside your comfort zone for some reason. So, and knowing how and where you stand on that one. Does that make sense for you today? And in love, you have the poodle, and the poodle is, well, it stands for, poodles are very intelligent. Poodles, they're very intelligent dog, poodles are, and they are a symbol of love, aren't they? You see sometimes a poodle on a Valentine's card, for example. They represent love. They represent qualities of understanding love, to appreciate love. So there's love coming through for you, but you've got a poodle on its own. So perhaps you are looking for love. Will it come through for you? I do believe so. I do believe so. And you have the spider in family, and the spider is a very interesting arachnid. It's not anything other than an arachnid. It's not what you call an insect. It's an arachnid. It's its own entity, right? It has its own separate being. So something you need to recreate within the family, perhaps because it's a spider and it's on its own, it's not within a web, so it's entering a family situation where it hasn't got its web for protection. So it seems to be like there's something that you need to create within the family structure that you can feel as though it belongs to you. I think that's what it's coming down to, creating something within your family, a structure that supports you and supports your family at the same time, because it's without its web. Does that make sense today? So that's what's sort of coming through with that one. And you have the owl, you have a little angel wing, and you have the castle. So you have the little castle here. The castle, man and his castle. The castle is like what you find and build around yourself for protection. It's where you belong. It's your home. Every man's home is his castle, right? That's what they say. So that's where, this is what's telling me here. Something to do with your home life is coming through here. But you have the protection of the angels, and you have the wisdom that's innate within you. So it's definitely focusing on the home, of where you belong, of where you feel comfortable, and love takes a precedence here. So I'm thinking something to do with love will affect where you feel as though you belong and stepping outside your comfort zone. It's going to affect your family, because you need to build something here with the spider. The spider creates its web, and it encompasses, it becomes its home, right? Where it sort of comes out of hiding and comes onto its web to bring sustenance to itself, to find its food source, and also to capture whatever comes into that web. So it looks like something you need to be able to capture and sustain within your family unit. But love seems to be playing a part in it. You have a lot of innate wisdom to impart in this area. So, and you have the protection of the angel wing. So what I'm thinking is something to do with your home and the protection you feel within your home, where you feel as though you belong, with something definitely coming in, and it's to do with love. Does that make sense for you today, number one? But something about it needs to let go of. You need to let go of something, because you're here, no web to protect you, and you don't quite know how the hand is being played with the other people involved in the situation. But we're very wise. You know deep inside what's happening here. But there's something to let go of. Does that make sense for you today, number one? I hope so. So thank you. Number two, if you chose the little blue Swiss roll, very beautiful colour, and it's the throat chakra, the blue of the throat chakra. Communication seems to be coming through here. Communication, how you are seen, how you communicate your needs, and how you are heard, and how you are expressing that. So think of a question, because I've thought about doing that as well today. So think of a question and I'll give you an answer. Simple questions only, please. Let's think of an answer, please, for number two. Thinking of your question that can be answered for you today in this reading. Then we get to your charms. I'll throw a few charms for you. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, number two, please. The answer for number two, please, is no. The answer is no. Let's have a look at your charms. Okay, you have the dragon in the center here, but it's sort of bridging the love and friendship. You have angel wings in travel. You have footsteps or footprints in the destiny, as well as the dragon in the destiny, but it's heading towards work. And in between finances and work, you have the windmill. So the feet are right here. The windmill is there, the angel wings, and you have the dragon. in between. It's still in with the destiny, but it's sort of bordering on friendship and love. The angel wings means that you are being protected, most definitely. So if there's a travel issue that's coming through for you, you are protected. But you've got no for an answer. That could be to doing with friendship and love. Because again, the dragon, though, it's a very fiery, passionate symbol, but it also is about protection. It's about protecting those that you love, protecting those, and the dragon will protect itself and all of where it feels it belongs and what needs to be secured and protected and what's the word? It will do whatever it can to secure that. Does that make sense today? So something between friendship and love that needs to be secured. It's not quite sure what it means at the moment, how I'm going to explain what it symbolizes for me in regards to friendship and love. The dragon, it's protected. The dragon will not hesitate to defend, that's the word, defend what it feels is right. It belongs to the dragon. It belongs to whoever its defense is being asked to defend. Does that make sense? Because dragons in mythology defend its own property. Does that make sense? And it's usually placed in front of the princess's tower to protect the princess from any wrongful doing on things like that. Does that make sense? Because it feels as though you're protecting a friendship that could be love. At the moment I'm sensing, because it says no here, the friendship may not turn into love, or if the love has dissolved, the friendship doesn't seem to be the best option either, but it's you're being defensive about something in regards to a friendship and love area of your life at the moment, and there's potential here for it to turn either way, for a friendship to turn into love or the love to return to a friendship. Does that make sense today? Because you got the no, but that could be between the finances and work as well. You could be asking whether or not you'll have a raise or a new job, or whether your finances will improve. But you have the windmill, and it's steadfast between them, both of them, in the middle of that. So it seems to be like your finances and your work are stable, because the windmill is about stability, and it's about going. The windmill doesn't work without the wind blowing it, but it's once the wind is working and once everything is going through, it works in its own way, and it continues to work so long as the wind is blowing. Does that make sense? So long as you continue to work, to budget with your finances, things will stay stable. But I don't think it's going to change from what it is now, but it remains stable, and it remains working, it remains in working order, and producing what it is that you need for this particular moment. But you got the footprints, which means stepping outside your comfort zone, moving forward. So in the whole of this area here, even though you got the no, with the footprints, it's telling me that movement forward is possible in any of these areas, and things could change at a turn of a dime. You know what I mean? So a lot of things are happening at the moment. The possibility for something to change in either friendship and love, or in finances and work. Things will have more of a momentum a bit down the track, maybe 2 or 3 months. They might see a change, because the change is coming through here. It's quite close to finances and work, so there could be a change in your finances. and your budget may improve. You may have some spending to do, but I think sometimes we need to spend money to make money. So there might be a change in career, there might be a raise coming up, there may be money to put into a new business. That sort of thing comes through here. You're protected very much so in travel. So if you do want to move outside of your comfort zone, you are very much protected. So even though it says no at the moment, the odds of it changing and moving forward is quite viable. Does that make sense for you today? I hope so. So thank you. Number 2. Number 3, if you chose the pink Swiss roll, look at that. It looks so yummy, doesn't it? And it's pink, and it's for the heart chakra. It's for feeling really good about something. It's bringing in that emotional energy to shift something, perhaps. We'll find out, shall we? So think of a question. I thought I'd bring this in too today. So think of a question in regards to this issue that you're wanting to know about. Oh, this one just jumped out. But I'm going to give it to you anyway, but I'm going to give you another one as well. So it just jumped out by itself. So I don't think you're willing to take a yes or no. You really want a very distinct answer to this question. Yes or no, this won't cut it. And if you get a yes, you don't want a yes, it will be a no. And if you don't want a no, it will be I sense a lot of confusion here. You're not going to accept any answer than the one that you really want. And I'm not too sure you're going to like what the cards are going to reveal to you, because we don't receive what we want, we receive what we need, and when we ask questions of the cards and of the universe. So let's have a look and see what the universe has provided for you. This is this is the jumper, and this is the answer. So this is the jumper, and it says leave it. That's why I'm thinking you're not going to be very happy with the outcome. But let's see what the universe wants you to know. It says try again. Leave it as it is. Try again. Does that make sense for you today? I'm not too sure if you're going to be happy with that one. We're not always happy with the answer we receive. But let's have a look at the charms. Interesting. This one's doubled up. It's the locket. No, it's not the locket, it's the cake and the pie. It's a pie on a dish, and it's locked in with the Celtic symbol. This is about ancestral stuff. This is about a lot of energy coming. Let me think about that one, because I'm not too sure what it means. In the destiny area, you have the thistle, which is a symbol of Scotland, which is very interesting. The musical instrument is really quite close to this area, and you have the seahorse, which is quite close to your family and self. In self, you have the tree. In love, you have the garlic bulb. In between finances, you have the moon. And in work, you have the feet, the footprints. You've got a very diverse arrangement here. This is interesting. Between travel and friendship, I think you will be traveling to visit a friend, or the friend will come visiting you, and you'll be sharing some really good times. With the Celtic symbol, it indicates a long-term friendship that goes way back, into your past. It could also indicate someone from your soul family. It could indicate a soulmate kind of connection here with this person that you'll be travelling towards, or they'll be travelling towards you. But you're going to have some really good times because you have the little cake. It was upside down because I thought it was like the little locket, which indicates contained emotion, but because it's the cake, some really joyful, sweet times here, and you've had a lot of sweet times. You've shared a lot in the past because you've got the Celtic symbol, so you've shared a lot in the past. It's very much about that soul connection. This friendship is the one that you'll just meet up with, and it's just like you're just starting from the beginning again, and like, you know, just instantly connect. You always have, you always will. It's like you never. It's like starting off where you left off again. It's sort of like, you know, it's that kind of deep friendship. In love, you have the garlic bulb, which indicates, well, garlic, you either like it or you don't like it. But it's indicating a fresh start. It's indicating for me protection. It's indicating very deep spice. And it indicates adding that sensual, and it's not for everybody. So this love to me is coming through as not everybody understands this relationship, this feeling that you have in regards to this person, because it's not to everyone's taste, but it definitely is to your taste. Or maybe don't judge a book by its cover, don't judge a person by the way they look, judge them by the way they behave and way they treat you, and the relationship will gather momentum from that. I think it's coming through here because you've got the tree itself. So you're blossoming, you're growing, you're strengthening, you're showing your strength of character, and it's a very healthy growth, and you're not going to stand for anything other than what it is that suits you and provides more of that growth, that nurturing to fully blossom. So you're coming into your own here when it comes to the self, when it comes into the tree here. The tree means strength. It also means laying down roots and setting a place for yourself and feeling strong about where you belong, where you fit in. Does that make sense today? Yeah, I think it's quite a good symbol here. The try it again or leave it. I think that's indicating that don't ever give up. Leave everything as it is at the moment. Disregard some of it, take on board some of it, and then try again in some area of your life, whatever area that feels relevant for you at the moment. Don't give up on it. Leave what it doesn't feel right for you, because you're gathering strength here, and we change as we learn things, as we experience life. So this is saying to me, take what you have, take what strengthens you and what empowers you, and then try again. Because in work too, you've got the feet, which means walking outside of your comfort zone, moving forward. So there may be some opportunity here for you to change some aspect of work, stepping outside your comfort zone, maybe trying something brand new, a new skill, trying a new level of attainment, a lower level of responsibility. But you've got the moon in the finances and work. It means taking a realistic outlook on how this is going to pay you back, whether the work is going to be worth it, because you've got the moon. That means to be more realistic about your expectations, what effort and what payment you're going to get. Is it balanced enough for you? So if you're going to be working in a new area, for example, will your finances stay the same? Will they improve? How realistic is the change going to be for you, for your budget? But inside the the circle here, you have the thistle, which indicates good luck. It indicates really positive changes here for you that are imminent and will change more as you develop and grow. You also have the musical note, which is about harmony. It's about connectedness. It's about just feeling the right note and feeling the right vibration within you. And you also have the seahorse, and that's between self and family. Well, it's sort of bordering on that area. It's not in it yet, but it's sort of bordering on that area. So there's a change of roles here. It's like children who grow up and their parents become the ones that they care for. It's a reversal of roles. So there could be a reversal of roles between yourself and someone within your family. I'm not too sure how that relates to you at the moment, but that's what's coming through here. So hopefully that makes sense to you, and try again. Never ever give up. So thank you. Number 3. So thank you everyone for joining me today. I hope that was helpful for you, and yeah, and makes sense to you. So I'm going to ask the cards for a collective reading, a collective answer. So the collective, my tribe. Let's answer the question, shall we? What is the question? I know what my question is. Do you know what your question is? For the collective, please. The whole tribe may or may not relate to any of us, but it might do for some. So let's have a look. I know what my question is. Gather your thoughts together as I'm shuffling. For the collective, please. For my tribe. Answer. The answer, as it should be. Yes, that answers my question. Does it answer yours? It's as it should be. It's a bit ambiguous, isn't it? We don't quite know how that's going to turn out, but it will turn out as it should be. All in good time, all the way it should be. It's the way what you need rather than what you want, but it's going to turn out as it should be. So take that as it stands, because fate is stepping in here and it will do what it needs to do. It will lead you to where it is that you need to learn something perhaps, or it just turns out perfectly just the way that you've planned it. So it depends on your circumstances, depends on your question, but it will all turn out as it should be. Does that make sense to you? Okay then guys, thank you so much, and until next time, so many blessings.